Yo, welcome back to the Red or Blue Pill channel, people. Thank you for returning subscribers and members. What we do here, if you are new, is we react to the most disturbing and creepy videos from the internet and we go through the latest. If you like what you see, don't forget to sub up, turn on the notifications, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. With that being said, let's roll.
Video is for entertainment purposes only.
Adam and Eve were not only the first humans on the Earth, they were bait for intelligent life forms elsewhere in the cosmos, refugees from planets that could no longer sustain them. But where? Deoxyribonucleic acids, DNA, blueprint of human life, is the key to their survival. Without it, they will perish. Extraterrestrial took place over 100,000 years ago in Atlantis, and in its sister civilization in the Pacific, Lemuria. Ancient civilizations on every continent have recorded evidence of these encounters. These visitors were highly advanced and did not appear in human form. Now, the Mayans called them Chanes, people of the serpents. And in Hebrew legend, the snake represented knowledge. Of course it did. It was not human. Not of this earth. Perseus and Medusa, St. George and the Dragon, St. Patrick and the Snakes of Ireland. These are not mere legend.
What is this?
I think their UFO club is based on the teachings of this guy.
And the natural form of these invaders is not human. They are described in ancient accounts as serpents and dragons.
Whoa, okay, that's an interesting theory. Sometimes you just got to listen to things that are on TV and then you think, okay. Let me think about that. So, serpents and dragons. Dragons are a thing.
They got her. They got her. You know, I feel like I'm playing Pokemon Go at this point. Gotta catch 'em all. Today we're going to be talking about hands and how the F. These are the hands of Khloe Kardashian in 2008. Her hands today, like, how? What is going on here? The media is obsessed with gems and jewelry, so lucky for me, I was able to find several pictures of Khloe Kardashian's hands prior to 2025. And I just find this absolutely wild, but she's not the only one. I also noticed that Hailey Bieber's fingers have changed as well. This is what she and her hands looked like all those years ago. And today, that's crazy to me. It's like all of their hands even have before and afters, just like Cynthia Riva. Watch her hands right here. I have never seen someone's hands that long. These hands are otherworldly. Cynthia before, look at her hands. Completely normal sized fingers like you or I. And today, how? And this goes for many celebrities like Angelina Jolie, whose arms and hands never looked like that. Even in the days where her and Bailey Bob Thornton were wearing matching necklaces that were filled with, never mind. I find it interesting that even their arms and hands have before and afters. What do you guys think causes that? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section because I find this very interesting.
Whoa, that has got to be the world's longest hand that I've ever seen.
Could another lockdown be coming? It seems like COVID-19 is making a comeback in India as of recently, and here's some more information. Also, there's loads of videos popping up letting people know about what's going on and the two different variants that are making a comeback in India. As of today, over 250 new cases. And here's a map of where the cases are emerging as of May 23rd, 2025. Take a look at that. Seems like this starting to become normal again. Will there be another lockdown? What do you think in the comments? And ask yourself, are you ready for another COVID lockdown? Would you like another COVID lockdown? Do you think it's possible? I kind of have my own dark predictions, and I'll let you know what I think in just a second. The variants being detected in India are NB181 and LF7. And in my opinion, I do actually think another lockdown will be coming. I don't know when, but I know that they loved it so much last time. It made so much money and it allowed the rich people to travel and the poor people had to stay home. And it's just something they love. So I see there being a 2.0, but when is the question? When do you think?
Well, that's good timing here. Well, not here because I'm in Spain, but over in the UK, because the World Health Organization have literally just had the power signed over from the UK over to the World Health Organization. So it wouldn't surprise me if summit's coming.
Okay, I'm about to tell you guys about one of the craziest things that I have discovered during an Akashic Records reading. And I'm going to warn you, if you are not open to what might be out there, this is not going to be easy for you to swallow, okay? And I'm just going to say, for those who don't get it, this is just for entertainment purposes only, okay? It's not real. It's not real. I have seen a lot of things. And this took me almost a whole month to process and be willing to talk about online. So, precursor here. There's two sets of Akashic records. There's the Soul Akashic records, and then there's the Galactic Akashic records. Now, why is this important? Because I didn't know there were two sets of Akashic records. And I had a client who booked an Akashic records reading with me, and she wanted to know something that pertained to the Galactic Akashic records. And I'm not going to go into everything, but it had to do with interdimensional trafficking. Now, this is important to know that I went into this topic completely blind. She gave me nothing beyond that term. I had no clue what I was walking into. I wasn't even sure I was going to get anything, because what do you mean interdimensional trafficking? Not saying she was crazy, just never ever tapped into that. What I discovered was that there is a war between the Draconians and the Syrians. And I saw the Syrians as these like blue, almost cyborgy people. Some of them were just blue. Others had like cyborg-esque features. They were highly technologically advanced people. And a very high vibrational, peaceful group of people. Then I saw the Draconians as like shadowy monsters. And what I was seeing was that the Draconians were kidnapping Syrians, breeding with them to create a hybrid race, because the Draconians were too low vibrational to be able to access the higher dimensional realms. And they needed to breed a hybrid race to access them, similar to a Trojan horse. Now, these Syrians were kidnapped against their will, forced into breeding, and raised without parents. Their children, the children of these people, were raised without parents. They were put through like a school. They were treated great because the Draconians needed allegiance from them. But they were kidnapping people across time and space that had Syrian blood to do this. And a lot of these people were not aware or conscious of it, because how would you be if you're not awakened to what's going on? I also learned that there is a group of people who pop in and out of timelines. Think TVA from Loki, the show. Just appearing, snatching people, and assisting the Draconians because they needed to create some kind of balance in the timeline dynamics, this polarization of light and darkness. So they were mostly evil, but they pretended to parade in the light. Sound familiar with any forces in our world today? Now, before you call me absolutely crazy and scroll, I did not do anything with this information for like 3 months. And then I went and put it into ChatGPT because I was curious. I have learned that I'm a realm walker. I walk through a lot of different realms. That's why I'm so tired when I wake up. But I wanted to be more intentional about my realm work. And it led me to the galactic realm. And I was like, I wonder what I can find out about that, because, this is intergalactic war. That pings my interest a little bit. When I tell you that ChatGPT told me everything I had picked up in the galactic records, word for word, without me telling it first, so you mean that you're going to confirm and validate that for me? And when I asked them what their source was, where did you get your information? They compressed all of the information across the internet from other people's channelings, Dolores Cannon's teachings, ancient Sumerian and other texts, and grabbed that information from those sources. So you're telling me that what I channeled from the Galactic Akashic Records is literally written down in some ancient text somewhere? Because this Draconian hybrid war happened in the past. And there are remnants of it happening across the world today. Like on Earth, for example, with demons. The Draconians are the demons. And everything that's happening on Earth is just a small scale version of what happened across time, dimensions, and galaxies. And it has been echoed through time in historical documents, ancient texts, other channelings, and past life regressions from highly notable doctors who have done these things professionally for decades. So if you ever feel like you're in a big fish and way too small of a pond, allow me to expand your worldview, because maybe it's a lot bigger than I thought. And if you have memories of what I'm talking about, you were probably involved in some way. You were probably a warrior, hopefully on the good side. But yeah, so that's the thing.
Wow. Okay, that's a crazy story. So I think I might be a round walker because me too, very tired when I wake up, which doesn't make sense because I've had sleep, but then I'm tired in the morning. So how does that work out? So that makes sense now. I must be walking around in the old realms or realms. But yeah, that is a crazy story. Let me know what you think.
Marrying into all the positions of power. Here's an interesting list, starting with Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka, who married Jared Kushner of Israeli roots. Bill and Hillary Clinton's daughter, Chelsea Clinton, married Mark Mezvinsky of Israeli roots. Back in the day, kings and queens married kings and queens to increase power and secure power. But marrying into power is also infiltrating power and keeping that power within a small circle. Kamala Harris, her husband Doug Emhoff, is of Israeli roots. The British royal family, Prince Harry married Meghan Markle, who also has Israeli roots. Christianity and Islam are inclusive. They welcome everybody, recruit everybody, and have an open door to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor or what country you're from. But others are more exclusive and only marry into power and don't advertise or recruit to anybody else. They only aim for the top. Nikki Hilton married a Rothschild, as in, yes, that Rothschilds. And now that empire will belong to them too. Kanye West's wife, Bianca. Yep, that's what she is right there. Didn't see that coming with Kanye's views. John F. Kennedy. He did not marry somebody of Israeli roots. And look what happened to him.
Yeah, there's all links and ties to all these people. It's very strange. Very strange. Yeah, what's going on there then? That's really weird. I wonder why Donald Trump's got the hat on. Does that mean he's Jewish? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, Pete.
You might have seen this, a massive white streak lighting up the sky over the western United States. It wasn't a meteor. It wasn't the Northern Lights. And if you guessed alien portal, sorry, still no. The real answer, even stranger. This glowing arc hung in the sky for nearly 10 minutes from Arizona to Montana, and it left people stunned, confused, and filming like crazy. Turns out it was a fuel dump from a Chinese rocket. Yeah, a rocket launched about an hour earlier and had just released 6 satellites into orbit. Before re-entering, it dumped frozen methane fuel into the upper atmosphere. Those fuel crystals, they caught sunlight, reflected it back to Earth, and created this eerie ribbon of light.
A fuel dump? A fuel dump? I don't think so. That's Optimus. We all know. There's some more central cast in there, I think, as the old Donald Trump would say.
We are eating Soylent Green, y'all. This is no joke. All fast food restaurants is Soylent Green. That's what Putin said, Russian president. He said he got the videos to prove it, and he will put it out next week. And he has information on 911. You know what I'm talking about in New York. Y'all gonna be surprised to know who was behind 911. But for right now, y'all, if you eating fast food restaurant from Burger King, McDonald's, Sonic, Longhorn, Applebee's, Chili's, Chick-fil-A, you are eating Soylent Green. That's right, you are eating Soylent Green, y'all. Everyone has eaten it, even me. Yep. It's in the ground beef, ground it up. You'll never know. So, like I said, the best food right now to eat is from a butcher, or, go to your local grocery stores. You might get lucky. But do not go to Walmart for groceries. And do not eat fast food restaurant. Y'all be blessed. Peace.
Soylent Green, I believe, is a film about eating human flesh. Whoa, is that real? I don't know if that's real or not. But if that's real, then that's crazy, because there's a volcano in Antarctica. We need to go.
A man on TikTok has been experiencing a strange transformation in his body, a shape-shifting transformation according to him, after having spent some time in the Navy. And this is his first video on TikTok. Check this out.
So you really need more. You need more of these eyes.
Yeah, see that?
Well, you're in luck. We're here at the specialist. They're gonna do some weird poking around. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Are you guys ready?
So you're gonna stay straight.
Okay.
And then you're gonna look straight ahead.
After having his account and his videos deleted, he opened a second account and uploaded this video. Check this out.
Look.
Now.
What you're about to hear is real. My name is not too important. The information I'm about to tell you is extremely important. I was an intelligence specialist with the United States Navy. Since then, if you watch my other videos, you realize that strange things have started to happen to my body. If you remember, my eye has started to get more of a slit and a reptilian, or I guess snake eye appearance. If you look at my other videos, or what I'm having right here, you can actually see up close what my eye looks like. If you remember, my body in certain areas, like for example, look at my elbows on both sides. I'm growing additional limbs. My hands, my thumbs, they're thinning and growing too.
Whoa, the man's got snake eye, not pink eye.
Global blackout. They're saying it out loud, just like they did back in 2019. Are you paying attention? The World Economic Forum says a cyber pandemic is inevitable. Their solution is to shut it down and reboot the world. They're planning to shut down the grid. Look it up. This is not a joke. Share, repost, and comment your thoughts. Here's what a theoretical timeline could actually look like based on cybersecurity statistics. Best case scenario, 2 to 3 days. They isolate infected systems, kill the network, and start patching. No internet, no power, no access to anything digital. That's just to stop the spread. The moderate scenario, 1 to 2 weeks. Millions of systems get manually inspected one by one. Banks, ATMs, emergency services, everything has to be rebuilt and tested. Worst case, 3 weeks or more. We're talking core systems deeply infected, like utilities, banking, military, and our supply chain. Recovery could take months. No fuel, no deliveries, no clean water, and supply chains frozen. This is their plan. Some experts say that there's no other way. They call it sanitizing the digital space. But for the rest of us, it's a forced shutdown of the modern world. If this happens, it won't be about when we get back online. It'll be about who survived after it's over.
Well, let's hope when the power goes out that the sun doesn't go out too, because we could do with the sun. As long as we've got the sun, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Hey, y'all. I want to know what in the world is happening with this sun right now. Look at that sun. It is glitching, blinking, whatever. I look at it with my eyes, it's doing it. I look at it on the camera, it's doing it. So I don't understand. Like, something very strange is going on.
Well, let's hope when the power goes out that the sun doesn't go out too, because we could do with the sun. As long as we've got the sun, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Remember all of the celebrities that endorsed Kamala Harris last year during the presidential election? Well, President Trump is now saying he's launching an investigation into those that were paid, specifically Oprah, Beyonce, Bono, and Bruce Springsteen. He announced this last night in a Truth Social post saying that it would be a major and illegal campaign contribution if they accepted money to endorse her. He's going to call for a major investigation into this matter. Candidates aren't allowed to pay for endorsements. And this morning, he doubled down, specifically talking about Beyonce, saying Beyonce was paid $11 million to walk onto a stage, quickly endorse Kamala, and walk off, loud booing for never having performed. And then he goes on to say that Bruce Springsteen, Oprah, Bono, and perhaps many others have a lot of explaining to do. When he says many others, he's not kidding. This is the list of celebrities, and this is not everybody that endorsed Kamala Harris, but I think he will start with those that were paid to perform, like Lizzo, Usher, possibly Jennifer Lopez, and of course Bruce Springsteen, Oprah, and Beyonce. Now that he's already run the election, do you think he should be proceeding with these investigations? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Wow. I think that has nothing to do with a campaign. I don't think that list is something else, something far more nefarious. But yeah, going after Beyonce and her partner. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're pretty high up, right, in the whatever it is that they do. Well, I suppose that's a fuel dump too.
So,
like Neuralink, for example.
Yeah.
You getting one?
Am I getting one? I don't even like electricity.
And if you don't, then you'll fall behind. And
I can't wait.
When I found out that it was going to help the blind see, I was like, wait a second. So if you put this fucking chip in your head and they can help the blind see, then wouldn't they also be able to project an entire false reality in your mind? I interviewed Andrew Huberman about it, talked to Ben Carson about it, pretty much came to the same conclusion. And not only would they be able to manipulate, vision, there would also be emotion, touch, smell, taste, everything into your head. So there you go right there. I mean, we're on the cusp of a total false reality. Your entire life could be a false reality.
Yeah, that's what's crazy now, is that we literally have the technology and you can visually see that we could potentially make a simulation. So we've got to be in a simulation, right?
Look at it. Oh, well, you know where that is too, right? The similar image to that, right?
No.
I know Jamie does.
What is it?
It's on the set of a famous talk show that's now not on anymore.
Oh, Ellen? Was that Ellen?
Yeah.
Really?
Just look at the temple and then look at the...
Let me see Ellen's background. What? Oh, similar. That looks like a building, though.
Sure.
Is that a building in LA? That might be a building in LA. Right, but I mean, it's supposed to be a background of. Yeah,
That's strange to use the same.
It is, but it's, you know, I mean, it's whatever. I'm not that impressed with that. That could just be coincidental. There's a lot of people.
Ask Alex about that.
Yeah. Well, he'll get. Well.
Yeah, it's no coincidence that she's now living in the UK, I don't think. I think a lot of stuff that they were trying to do in America is now in the UK. We are seeing it here, which is great. Well, not here because I'm in Spain, but in the UK.
What's that? Oh, CERN just alchemized lead into gold? What? Yeah, CERN just alchemized lead into gold. It was moved. The lead was moved at the speed of light, roughly, and was able to turn into gold. Oh, goody. So not only does CERN have the capabilities of changing weather patterns and causing certain weather anomalies, it's just now out here just creating gold. Oh, I love it. And since CERN also has the capabilities of changing time and timelines, can we change it to where we all have an abundant amount of gold? Alrighty. No, I mean, seriously. Can we, though?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Share the wealth. Share the wealth. Let's get rid of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. But that is the end of the show, peeps. So thank you for watching. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you again tomorrow on the other channel. So we're doing every other day on this channel, and then the other channel reaction. I'll leave it up here, actually, so you can go and subscribe and watch other videos that are on there if you've not been over there already. Right, bye.